Wednesday, 10th of July, Moughton shave tests. I've got a couple of very unusual things to show you, chaps. First of all, this is a half hollow Pearson. This is S. Pearson and Company, Sheffield, and the little sign is a winged tine. This is a half hollow. It's in very nice condition, but here's the interesting bit. I totally prepared it yesterday, and I also managed to get a pretty decent finish off this Moughton whetstone from, let me show you the little card that comes with one of these. This is the Moughton whetstone, highly unusual banded siltstone, Ulstwick, North Yorkshire. So we have a Sheffield razor and a North Yorkshire whetstone. These stones were originally used, hence the term whetstone, as razor hones. So we'll see what it can do. As a little bit of a follow-on from yesterday's little video, I did actually go back and take this from, I think I was stuck at about 3k, and I was wondering why I wasn't getting much of a finish, because I didn't know that this is in fact a very fine finisher. Some people say it's not, but it is. So anyway, I went from 3k to 5k to 8k. I think I should have gone to 10k, because you don't get any feeling of removal of metal at all. You just get a very nice high polish. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and lather up. All I would say is I'm very, very happy again to be using the wonderful Eric soap, Cajun blade soap. This is the slightly softer. This is the slightly softer soap. This is the deer tallow with extra shea butter and other lovely ingredients. So it's a little bit softer. You can use it straight from his tub, or, which I have done, I've got my special Old Spice container, and I've got a little tiny bit in there. I'm going to quickly lather it up. It has a wonderful aroma. I would say out of the 3 soaps which were kindly sent to me to try by Eric, this one wins. Although for actual feel, I would say the beef tallow is the best, but this one's got the best aroma. So I'm sticking to this for the time being. I've bought some lovely little sample pots. I'm going to make a small plastic food container, as it happens, from the town yesterday. I'm going to deposit a little bit of Eric soap in those, and I'm going to send them to a few lucky recipients and see how they get on. Today's brush is this smaller one, because I'm using a small amount, trying to eke out this wonderful soap. So I'm using smaller brushes, because Louisiana is a long way away, and nobody knows when the next batch is likely to appear. But I tell you what, compared with commercial soaps, this is far superior. As you can probably tell by the lather, that's a first-rate slick lather. So here we are. That didn't take long. Do wipe off the fingers, chaps. Absolutely essential. If you insist, as we've all done, with playing around with soapy fingers and razors, you're going to end up in accident and emergency. However, to people who are relatively new to straight razor shaving, you weren't afraid to drive a car and to learn how to do that, were you? This is exactly the same principle. It's just muscle memory and common usage. For hundreds of years, that's what men used. And it's still, as everybody knows, the very best shave you can get. Anyway, here we go. So this is a half hollow. So it's not going to make very much noise. Yeah, it's very quiet. And it's very nice. What a lovely combination. Louisiana soap, Sheffield steel, and North Yorkshire from the Silurian period, by the way, if anybody's interested. Rock. Yeah, so hopefully Marcel is going to be watching this. I think, Marcel, you're going to have a very nice surprise. I think this is a very nice quality stone. It's carving away a couple of days of my whiskers very, very easily. I would say it is a fine finisher. But there again, everything depends on things like the quality of the steel. Now, normally I wouldn't pick a rigid blade like this, because this blade varies, I would say, between half hollow and quarter hollow. It's really, really stiff. It's doing a wonderful job. I mean, there's no complaints from me. It's just so quiet. I'll make up for it. I talk too much. Yeah. The worrying part is I'm certain I could refine this down even finer. I think I should have gone all the way through the synthetics, then go from 10K onto this. But it passed my hanging hair test very well. Yeah, it's a belter. Yeah, it's a good shave. Now, I'm no expert on dating razors. This has a very strange material. The scales, I don't even know what they're made out of. I think there's some sort of composite material, which is unusual for this period. They're obviously not a plastic, but they might be. The other thing I would say is that my favourite test for sort of vaguely gauging age, and I do mean vaguely, is it has got a lead wedge, which I think was probably discontinued. I don't know when. That's the trouble, I don't know when. But as far as being a nice razor goes, yeah, but more to the point, the steel by Mr. S. Pearson and Company is awfully good. I would give it, I'd give it a 10 on quality of steel. And this is the beauty of straight razor shaving. What a massive field I entered when I took up straight razor shaving. You've got soaps, you've got lathers, you've got stropping, you've got stones. You can go from Japanese, you can go all the way through European, and the best in my opinion is still synthetics because they're so reliable. The steels, a million types of variants of steel, and that's what makes it exciting. I'm a steel person. Anyway, let me go back to the soap. Yes, very, 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 very nice. I don't usually go for a strong aroma. The simple reason my nose isn't that good at picking them out. I mean, I wouldn't know sandalwood, which this one is, I believe, from, I don't know, rose petals. So, final part. I'm not going to make this a long video. You're going to get terribly bored with me. All I'm about is trying out everything there is in the way of straight razors to try and progress the field, try and get people interested. My abilities on the internet are lamentable. I'm not very good, but I'm willing to learn. In which case, the best thing I'm going to do is to find someone with a better brain than me. That's not difficult. So what I'm going to try is to get my lovely wife-to-be, Alda, to do all this for me. Because to be honest, I don't like computers. The irony is, of course, they are going to rule the world. We had 5 banks, major banks, in my town here on the south coast, Little Hampton. And my last one, which I'm with, the Halifax, which was a building society and is now a bank owned by Lloyd's. And they've just sent me a letter saying they're going to close. So we'll have no banks at all. So when the computers finally blow up, which they will, we're all going to be screwed. Which is what they probably want. I'm afraid I've been an outsider all my life. I've never worked for a company, I've had my own. And I only ever worked for cash in the past because I'm in the antiques business. We are notorious for that. We were. Halcyon days are gone. Yeah, that'll do. I think in deference to the stone, I really should have taken this to 10k and then gone to this lovely little stone. Because I've got a feeling I haven't got the most out of this. It's only the first time I've used one. And I've got to send it back to Marcel now. So, because I've done the work on it, but it's his stone. I might get one for myself, who knows. Anyway, do you know what? That's going to do. I'll give it one more quick lathering, just to bore you to tears. And to say, wonderful soap, very unusual razor, and what a wonderful little stone. You don't need to go to Japan to get a very fine finisher. No lad, you can go to North Yorkshire, icky bar thump. Aye, hard but fair. So, there we are. Catching the occasional stray recalcitrant piece of stubble. I would still prefer a deep hollow. For anyone who wants to learn to shave like a man, then I would suggest a deep hollow, probably a 6/8. They're very controllable. What size is this? This is just maybe just over 5/8. It's certainly not a 6/8. So again, you have slight control issues. Not when you've done a few shaves. This soap is water hungry. It's drying out now. That's something I didn't do earlier. Let me do the dapper shaves and put some more butter. Lovely. Note the slip of the finger on this horrible little brush. I don't like small brushes either. I like big razors, big brushes, a nice amenable lather. Yeah, what a difference. That's going on very slickly now. It's incredibly good stuff, this homemade soap. The Cajun blade hides his light under a bushel. You really should do this commercially. This is a first-rate soap. That is slick. No, that's much better now. I added more water. Yeah, that's very slick. And you can hear it's catching a few more hairs. Yeah. So the trick with Eric's soap is don't let it dry out, not even for a moment. It's water hungry. It's got a beautiful aroma. And more to the point, although this is only my second or third? I think it might be my third shave with Eric's soap. It's very kind afterwards. Yeah. That's going to do me. Wonderful experience. Right. Scrape off the residual soap. A hanging hair test now. especially with a razor I'm not used to, a hanging hair test after I've shaved. As our wonderful friend Mr. Jackson Devon found out, you can actually ascertain any faults. This isn't perfect, this edge. It's good, but it's not perfect. We can do better. So I'm going to hanging hair test it in a moment. And let's just give a quick wipe over the mush. Get rid of the excess soap. I certainly don't recommend small brushes. What a pain they are. Yeah, that's good. Put the Allen block on as a tester. I can feel, as I said, that blade needs a little bit of refining. I'm going to be perfectly honest. There's a tiny bit of stinging, but then I was using, which is unusual for me, an almost quarter hollow small blade. It was a half hollow-ish. I was going against it, going quite hard. Nah, there's no sting. I'm making it up. That's nice, actually. So there you go. I would certainly recommend both the soap and the stone. The only trouble is they're rare stones. Or you can always pay $10,000 for some exotic J-net and probably get no better result. Anyway, I wouldn't know. Let's put on a little bit, what's left of this. Ugh. Oh, that's better. If you've got a kind soap, use the lather on your face afterwards. That feels blissful. I've got to say though, for a very quickly done honing on a very ancient razor, thank God it wasn't stainless, I'm pleased with the result. So, in brief, yes, a Moughton stone from North Yorkshire, been treated with respect, and a nice Sheffield razor did a wonderful job. Anyway, chaps, that's all I do. I just experiment with steel and razors. So if you want any more information on straight razor shaving, go to the groups. I don't do groups. I don't do rather the involved stuff and arguing with people. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Martin Shaves over and out. Bye for now.